Let's bring in Dr. Mehmet Oz. He's the Senate candidate for Pennsylvania. Dr. Oz, thank you for joining us. If we got you there, let's bring him up. Doc, Pennsylvania, major energy producer in America, one of the top 5 states, I do believe. Tell us, you saw Joe Biden yesterday talk about inflation, blame Republicans, blame Putin, blame COVID, and never once took 1 ounce of responsibility for himself. Talk to us from an energy producing state that you want to be senator of and for. Tell us what your plan is, what you think, what your thoughts are.
Well, the irony about inflation is the primary driver is energy costs. So you can raise interest rates all you want, which could crater the economy and cause a recession. You can try to deal with supply chain problems, but they'll take a while. Or you can produce more energy, which is a quick fix that will drop prices and will help everybody along the line. But by reducing inflation, of course, you especially help farmers. And Biden was trying to tell them that he was there for them. He's not. Farmers have a tax structure that's unfavorable. The inflation is regressive on them. They can't pass those costs along. They don't have access to the things they need. There's no labor working in agriculture. Here in Pennsylvania, we've got wealth beneath the soil in natural gas and oil. But we also have wealth above the soil in our agricultural industry. And I was at a town hall in Berks County, which is just north of Philadelphia, where I am now. And there's a farmer. His name was Tom. And he said the biggest concern that he had in his whole farm. Remember, farmers are used to having winters and summers and ups and downs. But he said it was skyrocketing prices of fuel because these have tripled over the past year. Tripled for him and his other inputs for the agricultural business. So all the audience, they're nodding their heads like this because a lot of the basic things he's dependent on, the pesticides, the fertilizer, the oil that they're using some of those substances, they were coming from Russia. And all that's been impacted on, and Biden's not there for them. And he's not doing the simplest thing, which is to free us to take energy out of our national parks, because they're mine and yours, those national parks. We should be allowed to access them and share them. And here in Pennsylvania, beneath my feet, we have enough natural gas that we could power the entire country for 200 years.
Yeah, and I'm glad you brought that up. I spent 15 years, had a natural gas business. Natural gas, when I left, for the vast majority of the 15 years I was there, it was somewhere between $1.50 per million British thermal units, and maybe once in a while get to 4. I mean, it's sitting at 8. It got to as high as 9 right now, and that's a double, triple, quadrupling of the price of fertilizer, which is one of the main input costs to the farmers. I mean, what don't they get? Pennsylvania can produce enough natural gas to bring the price of fertilizer down, the price of food down. There's an energy component to everything we do. Even this bag, the bag that holds the chips inside, has energy in it. It's amazing that they won't do it. But Doc, is it they won't, or they don't know how, or is it they just won't? They don't want to piss off the progressives?
Oh, it's the last. They don't want to piss off the progressives who believe that the Green New Deal is the holy grail. And no one has woken them up to the reality that it's a lie. The Green New Deal is not going to happen the way described, certainly not in the timeline articulated. And that's the biggest challenge that we have. They believe in this fiction, so they don't face reality, which is if they let our producers of energy use fossil fuels, and natural gas is incredibly clean, then you would actually achieve the equivalent of these renewable sources for now until those renewable sources are ready for prime time. I'll give you a stat that's going to blow your mind, Eric. If I took natural gas beneath the soil here and I were able to use it overseas to replace whatever they're using, it would be the equivalent of electrifying every vehicle in America, plus putting a solar panel on every residential roof, plus doubling wind energy. That sounds pretty good. Yeah. If we could do that, everyone would be happy, high-fiving. We can do it, but we got to use natural gas. Yeah. Our carbon footprint is decreased. Because we do it already.
We need senators who understand that and push the president, the administration. But I think, by the way, we're going to get a red wave. I hope you're there to push it, especially this energy policy, because that's what I love about you, Doc. I mean, I love your whole presentation. I love all that, but I love that you understand the energy, and for me, it's the lifeblood of the economy. Doc, Mike Pompeo, for whatever reason, worked for President Trump, but took some shots at you about your heritage and your background being Turkish and whatnot. Do you want to say something to Mike Pompeo? I mean, is he looking to run for president against President Trump? I know Trump has endorsed you. What do you think this is all about?
I have no idea. It was a cheap shot. Really wasn't anything but a distraction to the campaign. People have asked me questions about my heritage. My parents were Turkish. And they, for that reason, I have a Turkish citizenship. My mom has Alzheimer's, lives in Turkey. To go back and visit with her, it helps me to have that citizenship. I've already pledged to give it up if I'm elected. But it's a distraction that keeps rearing its ugly head, and I don't see it as anything of any benefit to anybody to have brought that up. Our heritage is something we should all be proud of. It is bigotry to say anything otherwise. I think we should just move on and focus on the issues, because this campaign is a tight campaign. It's important for me to focus on what folks in Pennsylvania are asking about, like energy policy, and these are issues that will ultimately win this election for me next Tuesday.
All right, last question. I saw a poll, I believe it came out this morning, my Fox News poll and someone else, and it has you leading, tight race with you and two others, but it has you leading. What do you attribute that to?
Well, I think I'm leading because I've got the best message, and folks know I fought for them on my show for years and years. I've taken on big pharma, big agrochemical companies. I've taken on big tech, and even the U.S. government. I've got the scars to prove it, and I will always, always fight for you. Can't be bought. What President Trump said about me when he endorsed me, he said I was smart, tough, and would never let you down. And I pledge to do all those things for you. And because I'm conservative and I'm strongly in favor, because I have life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness, because life is about, because it starts at conception, but you got to protect it through childhood. And I've been all over those issues. And the Second Amendment for me is a very important part of my platform. And Ted Nugent endorsed me. The NRA gave me their highest grade. So I'm good in the things that matter to Pennsylvanians.
Energy and Second Amendment. You got to love Dr. Oz. Very quickly, where can they find you to help you real quick?
DrOz.com is all my positions. Don't listen to the fake ads. Listen to what I'm saying. God bless.
Gotcha. Dr. Oz, thank you for joining us. Before you go, you may want to watch this. Watch this, folks. Watch what I can do here. Watch this. Look at this. The inflation segment's going away now. See that? Talk about some other stuff. There we go. See what we do here?